Saint Joan of Arc was born in 1412 and died in 1431 at the age of 19. She was beatified in 1909 and canonized by Pope Benedict XV in 1920. She is the patroness of soldiers and France, and her feast day is May 30th. Joan was born a peasant, but was said to have heard the voices of Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, and Saint Margaret from a young age. When she turned 13, the three saints appeared to her in a vision and told her to drive the English from conquered French territory. They also asked that she bring the Dauphin to Reims for his coronation, then vanished. Following their departure, Joan wept, for they were so beautiful. When she was 16 years old, Joan traveled with a relative to Vaucouleurs, where she petitioned garrison commander Robert de Baudricourt for permission to visit the French royal court in Chinon. After Baudricourt dismissed her with a sarcastic response, she returned the following January and departed with two of Baudricourt's soldiers, John de Metz and Bertrand de Poulengy. After a second meeting with Baudricourt, Joan predicted a military reversal at the Battle of Rouvray near Orleans, and when a messenger reported the reversal several days later, Baudricourt began to believe Joan had seen through divine revelation. She was then granted an escort through hostile Burgundian territory and was advised to dress as a man for her safety. After meeting with Charles VII in the royal court, she was granted permission to join the ranks of soldiers in Orleans, where her presence allowed the French to reclaim much of the territory lost to the English. Following the military victories, Joan and her family were ennobled by Charles VII, and a truce with England was proclaimed. Unfortunately, the truce was broken not long after its establishment, and Joan returned to the field, where she was captured by Burgundian troops, who held her at a ransom of 10,000 gold coins. She was then sold to the English and was tried as a cross-dressing witch and heretic in a trial that violated the legal process of the time. Many members of the tribunal, as well as the vice inquisitor, were threatened with their lives should they choose to do what was right for Joan, so she was eventually condemned to death at the stake. Following her death, witnesses described how her body was burned a second and third time. Once her body was reduced to ashes, authorities were satisfied no relics could be salvaged, and the ashes were thrown into the Seine River. 21 years later, Joan's mother and the Inquisitor General Jean Brihal requested a nullification trial, which led to the declaration of Joan's innocence on July 7, 1456. Joan of Arc is often depicted with short hair and wearing battle armor. She is usually holding a banner, as she did during each battle she participated in, and has been mentioned in several written works by famous writers such as William Shakespeare and Voltaire. To learn more about St. Joan, visit Catholic.org, and if St. Joan inspires you or someone you know, shop for their items by clicking on the CatholicShopping.com link below for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience.